Today's video is brought to you by Squarespace. Hey, welcome back and welcome to the final video on this channel for 2023. Last year, I sat down in Chiang Mai. I rented a little flat for a month and I decided to sit down and talk to you and look back at last year, and I think it was a really productive, fun thing to do. I'm just gonna jump in right here because I'm Paddy from the future. You see, I filmed and edited this video on Christmas Eve. Less than a week later, so many things have changed in terms of views, subscribers, channel growth, and developments behind the scenes that I'll share in this video. Because yeah, I had a viral video that changed everything. I'll probably press pause and jump in a few different spots during this video because yeah, things have changed. And so at the end of the year, I thought it would be good to do this again. I thought we could sit down, have a look at what we said last year, see if we hit our goals. Let's see if I hit my personal goals and my channel goals. The answer is sometimes we did and sometimes we didn't. And using this information, analyze the channel, have a chat, and start making some plans for 2024, both personally and for the channel. So looking at last year, when I set some channel goals, we can see if we hit them. I wanted to get 200,000 subscribers before New Year's Eve. I wanted to create 100 videos. I wanted to write 3 travel guides, and I wanted to create a course. If I could do all of these, then it would be a productive year. So let's go through. The first goal we did not hit. We came up short. No, we didn't. So like I said, just under a week ago, at the time of filming this, I had around 192,000 subscribers, and I was projecting an extra 1 or maybe 2,000 for the rest of the year. But I had a viral video. So let's quickly just mention the viral video. It was a short, and it's a short about me climbing the tower in Sri Lanka, and it was released on my channel 3-4 weeks ago. And it got about 4,000 or 5,000 views, and then it just kind of stopped getting views. And that was quite typical of my shorts. I tend to get 3,000 to 5,000, maybe 7,000 views if it's lucky. But this one, for some reason, just a few days before Christmas, I started noticing I was getting loads of comments on this short. And I was like, what's going on? So I checked the analytics and the graph started to go up like this, and it just kept going and it kept going, and it jumped up to 200K, and then the next day 500K, and the next day 1 million, and then the next day 1.7 million. And then within the space of about 6 or 7 days, it went from 5,000 views to what is it on now? So at the time of filming, it's got 3.6 million views, and it's also enabled another video that again was around the 5,000-6,000 view mark to get, at the current stage of filming right now, 460,000 views. So one has really blown up and the other one seems to be catching up slowly over the next few days. Hopefully, we'll see what happens. And this has meant that we got 10,000 new subscribers this week over the Christmas holidays. So the YouTube gods bestowed me with a Christmas present for some random reason. And what makes this even more incredible, and what I'm really thankful for, is this video blew up, according to the analytics, in the US. It has over 45-50% viewership in the US, and then all the other countries combined make up the rest. So for some reason it got shared somewhere. I don't really know where the traffic came from, but it started to just get recommended. People started watching it, leaving lots of comments, and it kind of went viral. 3.6 million at the time of filming right now. That is by far my biggest YouTube video ever, and it's a shame that it's a short, but we'll get into some of the behind the scenes analytics of this short in a minute. But Paddy, we did hit 200,000 subscribers. Congratulations. Did we create 100 videos? We did. We created 156 videos. 69 of them are short form videos, just shorts. Actually, at the beginning of the year, I only uploaded short videos every day for 30 days. And that was when YouTube started to do that monetization for shorts. I can tell you that, you know, well, let me just have a quick look here while I'm just talking to you, because I'll be able to tell you how much revenue I brought in from YouTube Shorts. You'll be very surprised. So I gained over 625,000 views on my Shorts tab, and I created from that 625,000 views only 28 US dollars in revenue. So it really isn't worth doing. I know that this short, and we'll talk about the short right now, I know this short has gone crazy and is still getting views to this day. I'm seeing a decline in this rapid growth because typically people have a surge in views on a video. It gets shared, it gets viral for some reason, right? We don't really know what the magic sauce is. Analyzing this short, you know, me climbing this spiral staircase on this white tower in the mountains of Sri Lanka, it is visually unique, and it is just a random short. It's just 30 seconds of that video or 60 seconds of that main video taken out of context and just uploaded as a short form, and it grabs people's attention maybe, and it's visually interesting and visually unique, and so much so that it's led to a few things. So if I click on analytics here, you can see that it's so far, right, just before New Year's Eve, it's gotten 3.6 million views and it's gained over 7,500 subscribers for the channel, and the estimated revenue is 343. But the estimated revenue is about 4 or 5 days behind because it's a bit slow to catch up. It probably will go over $500, $600 because it's getting about $50 a day, and like I said, it's still getting views. If you look over here under real time, if I put my mouse over here, you know, 18,000 views, 20,000 views, that's per hour. That's what it's getting still per hour. It's had 750,000 views almost in the last 2 days. So it's still, if you look at that line, that blue line, it's still going up, but it's definitely not as aggressive as it was a few days ago. So it will slow down and the subscribers will calm down. And if I scroll across to audience and scroll down, you can see that the geographies, it's changed actually recently. So it was almost as high as 49-50% viewership in the US, but now it's a little bit more shared between the United Kingdom, Germany, Canada, and India has just turned up at 8.8%, which is fine. I will say that if this video was pumping and the audience wasn't from the US, or if the audience was Sri Lankan, I think I would have taken it down, because the reason is the Sri Lankan people who enjoy that video, and if they were subscribing en masse, I'm talking like 7,000, 10,000 new subscribers, they're probably subscribing so that they can watch more of my videos coming in the future, right? But I'm not going back to Sri Lanka next year. I don't plan to anyway. So I don't want to bring in 10,000 new subscribers from Sri Lanka who will be expecting more videos from me being in Sri Lanka. Instead, it's pumping in the US, which means people in the US are more likely to be like, oh, this English guy is traveling and he seems to be doing cool stuff. Let's check his other videos. Oh, he's been here, he's been there. Oh, he's going to here, he's going to there. I'll subscribe and carry on watching his journey. So that's why I've decided to keep them up. The other one that is pumping, and I think it's pumping because of this one recommending the other one somehow, you know how YouTube works. It's the one where I get stopped by police, and I haven't actually had a look at the analytics yet. We're doing this together for the first time. As you can see, this line is a far more aggressive, sharp incline, and you can see it was doing nothing for 50 days. For 50 days, it was doing nothing. And then boom, it started to go up, and it's getting the peak this morning, 7,000 views in an hour and 600 new subscribers. It's only made $28, but again, that is a couple of days behind. So it's not making much revenue. So let's see if that's because of the audience. The audience is 21% US and 20% India, 10% UK. We can see that when your audience is US, you get a lot more money in AdSense. And bearing in mind, guys, this is just one YouTube short. You know, typically YouTube shorts make 1 cent, 10 cents, maybe 50 cents, a couple of dollars if I'm lucky. But because this one's got millions of views, it's gonna probably make $500. 3.6 million views is gonna be probably around about $500. In comparison, let me show you the difference between a short AdSense and a long form video AdSense, because I think you'll find the difference in revenue quite shocking. So here's one of my top performing videos. It's called Thailand's Best Islands, and it's just me talking about the best islands that I visited in the year that I went to every province, and I compiled it into a series and a little highlight video, right? And this has had 738,000 views. So it's not even 750,000, right? It's not even 1 million views, okay? It's still got 700,000 views, right? But let's have a look at the revenue, right? So the revenue so far is $5,600. So now you can see what a long form video that gets 700k views can make you versus what a short with 3 million views can make you. It's a big difference, and that's why I put a lot of focus in long form video, and short content is kind of a secondary thing, you know, like, oh, I should make that into a short. And all year, none of my shorts have performed. And randomly, at the end of the year, thank you to the YouTube gods, one of them just got recommended, shared, whatever, I don't know. And it's blown up and it's brought in that one short's brought in 7,500 new subscribers, but it's brought in a lot more because it's around about 10,000 subscribers in the last few days, because people watch that short, some of them subscribe instantly, then some others get directed to other content, other videos, and then a day or two later they decide, yeah, this guy's worth subscribing to. So really interesting to see short form versus long form. Will I continue to do short form? Yes, I will, because even if just 1 out of 50 or 69 individual shorts that I made this year, even if just 1 pumps and if just 1 performs or overperforms, right, it can be really beneficial to the channel. So I hope you find that interesting. But when you do grow so quickly and so hugely on the Shorts tab, it can be quite difficult to get them over to your main channel. To still create over 156 videos in a year is great, and I'm really pleased overall with my long form series. As I mentioned, this year we went to 12 different regions, and it was a whirlwind year and just incredible to be able to have gone to that many countries and had that many adventures in one calendar year is a blessing and a complete privilege, and I loved every minute of it. Another goal that I had was to write 3 travel guides, and I did. I wrote 3 itineraries for Thailand for people who wanted to go on short trips. And the last one that I wanted to do was to create a course, and I did that. I did that in January and then launched it in March. And it's a 3-part course where I show you everything I've learned on how to film, how to edit, and how to upload to YouTube. And I put that all together on a website, and I paid about $600 to host my course on this website per year, and I've made much more than $600 back. So that's turned out to be a very positive thing for the channel and for the revenue streams for the business and for me, which is good. I had some personal goals that I set for myself. Let's see if we hit some of these. The first one was to get healthy and maintain my health. I wasn't really feeling mentally and physically that fantastic, to be honest. I was a little bit burnt out, or very burnt out mentally and emotionally from traveling so far and being on the motorbike and being away from everyone all the time. I wanted to become happier, because I was a bit of a miserable bastard at the time last year, because I was just always away, always filming. Don't get me wrong, having these adventures is incredible, but I'm always alone and I'm always away from my loved ones. So it's like a double-edged sword, you know. It's really fun, it's really amazing, and it's good for the channel, good for the business to do these trips. And for me, it's incredible, but you know, it's at quite a lot of sacrifice. So I was trying to figure out, how can I get happier and how can I maintain my happiness all year? Find a base. For the first 2 years of this channel, I just lived in a hotel or an apartment or an Airbnb or a bed and breakfast, anything I could find, and I was in a different town, in a different province, in a different city, in a different country for the first 2 years of this channel. And every time I came back to somewhere like Bangkok to see Miss P, we would literally rent a hotel room for 2 weeks or a week, and it was costing a fortune. And I just wanted to have a base, somewhere where I could buy a desk, have a computer, have a place to put my clothes and my little bits and bobs, and park Zelda, and a place to just feel normal and still be able to go and do all my adventures, but to have a base so that I could just feel a little bit more normal. And then I wanted to do 3 things that scared me. I wanted to try a daily vlog. I wanted to be more creative and challenge myself and do things that were just gonna push me a little bit creatively in terms of creating the content. And I wanted to get into live streaming or doing podcasts, because these kinds of videos and my experience doing podcasts and live streams in the past have been really positive, and I thought it was a really interesting format of content that I think brings people really close to someone, especially me, because when I just talk and jibber jabber like this, and especially on a live stream, you can really get to know me. It feels like we're down the pub and we're having a drink or something, because my content is very edited, very planned, very structured. There's voiceovers, there's music, and it's typically a high level production in terms of on travel YouTube. You know, it's not National Geographic. I mean, I'm trying to make it as best as I can, but you know, it's just me. By doing live streams and podcasts, it does let you into who I am and give you more of a perspective of the personality behind the camera. So how did we do? Well, we didn't get healthy. I don't feel healthy. I actually just did my back in at the gym. I haven't lost any weight, really. It's been up and down. I might have lost a few kilograms hiking in the Swiss Alps and then put it back on, editing and just eating crap. So this is a big problem. Get happier. I have been really happy this year. I've gone on so many trips. I had a little bit of a burnout in Borneo, but apart from that, apart from a little blip, I have had a big beaming smile on my face and in my heart all year. Find a base. As you can see, I found a base. I found this place on Facebook. It is a gorgeous 2-bedroom apartment. The second bedroom is this little office living room space. We've got a bathtub, we've got a nice bedroom and a gorgeous kitchen. And Miss P lives here full time and takes care of it, and she doesn't work too far away, so it's perfect for her. She can just get on a little motorcycle grab to work every morning. And when I'm in Thailand visiting her, this is like where I live, this is my base. And it feels great to have this, really. Incredible. I pay 36,000 Thai baht per month. Now, did I try the 3 things that scared me? Yes, I did. Did I daily vlog? Well, I didn't upload a daily vlog, but I did vlog or film every day when I was traveling. And sometimes I would be traveling from 4 weeks to 6 weeks. The Philippines, for example, I'm filming every day. And I didn't upload every day because I didn't really want to do a daily vlog, but I definitely filmed every day when I was traveling, and I didn't really take any time off. Creative challenge? Well, I really wanted to make a musical, and I know it split the crowd, but I did it in the Philippines. I've always wanted, guys, to do things a little bit differently. I've done a comedy with the Budgeteers. We did a huge comedy series about a group of travelers and an American who struggled his way around the Mae Hong Son Loop. And that was a huge creative challenge. And ever since then, I've always wanted to do things that are a little bit different, because in this niche, the travel genre on YouTube, it's a bit samey. It's all people walking around to the same places doing the same things. There's very few people who are coming at this from a unique perspective. Typically, there'll be a few standout succeeding channels who do something different or do something well, and then everybody else jumps on that and copies it. And I kind of want to be different, and sometimes I fall into the trap and I do some things that are the same. But when I'm most happy is when I'm creating stuff that challenges me. And I wanted to make a musical just because I love music and I love singing. I'm terrible at singing, but I worked with a producer. We wrote and created the music for the Philippine series. Then I went and filmed it. It was a huge undertaking. Some people loved it, some people absolutely hated it, but overall it was different, it was unique, and that's what sets me apart, I hope, and that's what I try to do as much as possible. And live streams, well, I started a second channel. It's called Paddy Doyle's Live Lounge, and it's in the description, it's on my channel homepage. It's a second channel that I film just hanging out, just turn the music on, sometimes play some games, you know, I love to game. And when I'm relaxing, when I'm not in the gym or editing, and when I'm not on the road and I'm here with Miss P, she's at work 6 hours, 7 hours a day, so I get a little bit bored. So I decided to create a little bit of a live stream situation, and I go live as often as I can. I think before we look forward at some targets and goals for the channel and myself, it's important to look back at the channel in its entirety since it began. So let's look at the channel year on year in terms of views and subscribers, because this is the end of year 3, so we can really put each year in a box. And I've kind of done it like this. I think this is quite interesting, right? So in year 1, we started in January 2021, and year 1 was about Thailand. It was COVID, I couldn't leave Thailand, I was locked inside it. There was Chris, there was Chad, there was Mickey, there was a few people making content on YouTube about Thailand during COVID, and everyone was blowing up, and I was sat there teaching in Chiang Mai with skills and experience of YouTube, and I was seeing these people succeeding and blowing up, and I thought to myself, I need to get into this, I need to start my own channel. I have a unique idea, which was to go to every province on Dreamy, and I just committed to it and left my school and just left all my commitments and put everything into that basket. And in the first year, we got 6 million views and we got 54,000 subscribers in year 1. And at the end of the year, we had been to every province in Thailand, and we had created a channel that had purpose, and it had a unique flair, and it had a reputation, especially in Thailand. You know, people knew who I was, and then when Thailand reopened and people started coming here, I was getting recognized every day, and people were like, we watched your videos during COVID, thank you, thank you. And it was a real great first year. We really sort of exploded on the scene, as to say. The second year, which for me was really important to break out, and that was my main theme for year 2, was breaking out of that box that Paddy is a Thailand channel. I didn't want to be a Thailand channel because I wanted to be able to see the rest of the world, and I wanted to take my audience anywhere and do anything. I didn't want to just be pigeonholed as a Thailand channel. And so we got 11.5 million views. We got 72,500 subscribers in year 2. So we bloody knocked it out of the park. And I doubled my revenue from year 1. My Thailand content, I doubled it in year 2. That's because I started to do a little bit of brand deals. We got double the views, and I had a couple of products for sale in the descriptions. So I was able to just take the channel to the next level in year 2, which was really good. Year 3, which we've just finished, was all about going international. This was about, let's go anywhere. Let's get out of Asia. Let's go to Europe. Let's go to South America. Let's see the world. Let's not do motorcycle driven series. Let's try hiking. Let's try singing. Let's try just doing whatever we want. Driving an electric tuk-tuk in Sri Lanka. Let's expand. Let's teach the audience that it's okay if we're not in Thailand. It's okay if we're not in Asia. It's okay if we're not on a motorbike, because life is like a box of chocolates, right? And I didn't want to just have one flavor of chocolate available. I wanted to have white chocolate, dark chocolate, chocolate with coconut flakes on top. You know what I mean? And so year 3 was really about, yeah, sort of expanding the brand. Paddy Doyle can go anywhere and he can do anything, and his audience will follow him and support him. And some of you did, so thank you. So we went down a little bit in views. We went down by 10%. We got 10.5 million views, which is still fantastic. And that included all the shorts as well. So a little bit of a dip in views. No, we didn't, Paddy. No, we didn't. At the time, we were projected to get about 10.5 million views, which, as you can see here, is projecting a 10% decline in views. So no growth in views in year 3. But because of this viral video and then that pointing people to more of my content, this past week means we have jumped up past my projection to 14.3 million views this year, including all my shorts and all of my long form videos. Every channel on the video from year 1 and year 2 still performing. Combined together, we have gone over 14 million views this year, which is actually not a decline, but a growth of 24%. So from year 3 to year 2, we actually had a really nice growth. That is amazing. And my subscribers, as you'll see in a second. Subscribers, we got 67,000 new subscribers, but that was down 15% from year 2. I'm still not gonna complain about getting 67,000 subscribers in a year. Yeah, Paddy, you didn't get 67,000 subscribers, you got 73,800. So we actually, when all the figures come in, we grew again in year 3, but only by 1.78%. But that is a growth. And I was projecting a decline in subscribers, and I go in to talk about why I think that was going to be the case. This is really interesting. I doubled my revenue again. So, and that's by having less views and less subscribers. But because the channel is now quite large, brand deals go up. Brand deal revenue goes a lot up, to be honest. And I had so many more products, and my backlog of videos, my catalog of videos from year 1 and year 2 still get views, and my motorcycle guide for Thailand and for Vietnam and for Laos and my itineraries still, you know, contribute, and everything kind of comes in. So there's AdSense, there's brand deals, there's, you know, selling products, there's a group tour as well that I did. So it's all come together and doubled year 2 in revenue, which is kind of crazy. So going international, even though it was a bit of a hit in terms of growth for the channel compared to year 2, it was still really successful, especially from a business perspective, which is fantastic. This year, in year 3, we've managed to work with over a dozen different brands, but by far my favorite and the one that you've seen the most has of course been Squarespace. These are the place to go if you or someone you know wants to build a website this year. Whether you've got a passion project that is a little bit of a hobby or a side hustle that you really want to elevate its online presence to look professional and start selling products and services today, head to Squarespace. You'll be blown away by how fun it is to create a website, and it's completely free, and start making a website on one of their templates. Choose one of their templates, they're incredible and award-winning, and then you amend your text, you add your pictures, you add your videos, you add your online store, or you add your social media. Whatever you're going to be doing with your website, you can do it on Squarespace, and it's really easy. You can make it yourself for free right now. If you do struggle, there's a help center inbuilt on the website. You type in your question, and normally there's a lot of easy tutorials or answers if you have any technical information, if you do struggle. And then when you're ready to go live, go to squarespace.com/Paddy Doyle and you'll get 10% off your first domain. Squarespace have sponsored this channel all year, so please show them some support, because if it wasn't for them, we definitely wouldn't have gone to half the places this year. So check out Squarespace if you or someone you know needs a website today. So for 2024, my channel goals in terms of views and subscribers, the superficial stuff, basically. Here are my targets. In year 4, quality over quantity. I really want to produce the best possible video every single week for the entire year. I think I'm gonna continue doing a weekly video. I think I'm not gonna try and do 100 videos. I'm gonna try and do 52 videos, one video every week, every Saturday. You can rely that you're gonna see Paddy Doyle do something brilliant, and the video is gonna be quality, it's gonna have production quality to the highest level possible, it's gonna have me doing something awesome in a place you love. That is my goal, quality videos over quantity. So where the channel and the business is right now is I can afford to take a step back, not run around like a headless chicken, making sure I upload something as often as possible. I can say, hey, let's take a step back. Let's take a month to think. Let's let our South America videos that we've filmed come out once a week. And during that month or 2, let's make some plans. Let's think of the best videos we can make. Let's really hone in on that. And I don't want to give away where I'm going or what I'm doing, because in this industry, ideas are valuable, and I want to keep my ideas to myself because they're really good. And if I just tell you what I'm going to do next year, because they won't start coming out till February or even March, a few people might get ahead of me on them. So just stay tuned to see what I do, because I think you'll really like it. Views, I'm looking to get 15 million views. I really want to up my view count in next year, so I would love to get 15. That would be a record for the channel. I'd also like to get 50,000 new subscribers this year and end 2024 with 250,000. Look, I'll be honest with you, I could probably get triple that, or maybe even 4x, 6x. I could probably get 250,000 subscribers next year alone if I went to a certain list of countries and made a certain type of video. These travel channels right now, they know what to do for growth. They're going to these places, India, Bangladesh, China, South Asia, and they're making videos about a foreigner's perspective of being in these countries. And that is how you grow. That's how you get massive growth. On Facebook, on YouTube, that's what you do if you want huge growth. But I don't really want to target that. I just want to target quality content, quality. Really good videos. Revenue, I would like to increase my revenue just by a little bit. I'm very happy with the revenue that's coming in. So if we increase it by 10%, I will be happy. If it goes down, it doesn't matter. If it stays the same, that's fine. As long as I concentrate on this, if I concentrate on quality, I really think everything else will come into place. I'm not really one to get deep dived into YouTube analytics. I don't study things like a lot of my friends on YouTube do. I just try to concentrate on making good videos. If you make good videos, everything else just falls into place. Growth, views, revenue, everything. So that's my advice to other YouTubers for 2024. You can go and do that huge growth strategy, or you can concentrate on making quality videos. And I think any other content creator will admit that when they sit and plan and create a proper good video, they always get more views, they always bring in more subscribers, and they always are more content with the quality of the content they're making. I'm also gonna look into developing my Facebook page. Facebook is just like a huge secondary market. People who aren't on YouTube tend to be on Facebook. I'm not a Facebook guy, but I do have a page. It's got a few hundred followers or something. But I've got friends now who have 50K, 100K, and all they do is re-upload their content, they modify it slightly, and then they upload it there, and it finds a different audience. And you can literally monetize your content twice, the same video on YouTube, and then put it on Facebook. And I'm not doing that, so that's stupid. I should definitely develop my Facebook page, and hopefully, fingers crossed, it starts making revenue by the end of the year. This is an interesting goal. I want to find a second revenue source outside of social media. You know, I've got a friend who just recently, you know, in conjunction with a few of his friends, bought some land and built an Airbnb, not here, but in Bali. And now they rent it on Airbnb. And that passive income, that extra source that is outside of social media, because everything can just crumble. YouTube could crumble, Instagram could get closed down. You know, it's such a volatile, weird industry. You don't want to put all your eggs in social media, whether it's an Airbnb, whether it's, you know, motorcycle rentals. I don't know. I really don't know. Just something that is completely outside of social media that can reignite a little bit of my entrepreneurial side, but we'll see. And I do want to create the complete Thailand travel guide. My guides right now are about northern Thailand and southern Thailand. I do need to update them and put them together and add in Bangkok, add in Phuket, and add in like unseen Thailand, other areas of Thailand, and put it all together in one guide. Personal goals for this year and targets to meet. These are really important. The first one is, and this is serious, guys, okay, let's be serious right now, okay? I need to lose 8 kilograms before May, and then I need to maintain that weight all year. I constantly talk about my weight, and my weight always constantly stays about the same. When I'm more active, I lose a little bit of weight, and then when I get back, I have to edit and sit down like this and edit and edit and edit, and I just eat and I edit and I eat and I edit, and then it just all comes back on. I did join the gym. I have a gym membership, and I love the gym. So I'll do a month in the gym, I'll lose a couple of kilos, and then I go on a big road trip or a big trip away, and I'm away for a month, and then I'm eating food, I'm experiencing the country, I'm trying the wine, I'm trying the steaks, I'm having a great time. I'm doing a little bit of activity here, but I'm doing a lot of nothing. I'm flying, I'm sitting down on an airplane seat for days on end. Any kind of progress in fitness and health that I make is then counteracted by my lifestyle. So I need to fix that. I'm not happy. I'm not a fat bastard, but I'm a little bit of a chubby fat bastard. And I have a bit of a dad bod, and I want to feel like I felt when I was at 70 kilograms. 70 kilograms for me right now is probably unattainable, but if I can get down to 72, I'm 80 right now, and 80 feels plump to me. 80 feels sluggish, 80 feels frustrating. I don't like my reflection. I try to avoid looking at myself in the mirror, balancing everything we've just been talking about, the channel and the content and my lifestyle and the editing and the workload and the traveling. If I can get everything to live in harmony and maintain that fitness, I will be incredibly happy. And this time next year, if we make this same video again in 12 months, I want to be sat in whatever chair I'm sat in making this video at 72 kilograms. I want to bring in extra help full time. Right now, I have someone who helps me when I get overwhelmed with footage, and I ask them to put the edits together for me, and then I go in and fine tune them. That doesn't happen every video. It's only happened around 20-30% of my content this year. I trained that person up, they're incredible, and I was thinking about, like, I really should just bring them in full time to not just help me upload every video, because this person sees my vision, and because it's a different person, they come at things differently, and they edit things in a way that I wouldn't necessarily think of, which is good, because then I can add my own flair at the end. I want to grow and develop the second channel. I talked about it earlier, my live streaming channel. I do want to just sort of keep doing it. I love it. I like how it's zero commitment, it's zero pressure. No one really cares. People just come and have a hangout session, and I do what I want, and it's like I don't have to think about editing, I don't have to think about too much. I just turn the camera on, go live, and whoever turns up hangs out with me, and it's great. And the final one is I want to find a new hobby or a pastime. Right now I feel a little bit stale. I kind of travel, film, edit, go to the gym, hang out with my girlfriend, watch the football. I don't play tennis, I don't play football, I don't play racquetball or whatever the thing that's called. I don't skateboard, I don't BMX, I don't kayak, I don't go to a reading club, I don't do chess, I don't do anything. I game, you know, but is that really a hobby? Kind of, but I've been doing that since I was a kid. I want to find something new that sparks something new in me, or teaches me a new skill, or makes me new friends. Okay, so that's the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed having a look back at last year and sitting down together and talking about the state of the channel, the history of the channel. You know, when I travel, right, and I meet all these other people, these other travelers, and they talk about their 2-week break, that they're here for 2 weeks and they flew for a day to get there, and then they've got to go back to work and back in the grind and back to emails and deadlines and managers and supervisors. I listen and I nod, and then they go, what do you do? And I go, oh, I work for myself. And then they go, oh, what do you do? And I say, oh, well, I actually make videos about my travels and I post them to YouTube. And then most people say, and you can make money from that? And my answer is, yeah. And they go, what, enough to live? And I'm like, yeah. And they go, really? And I go, yeah. And then they kind of go, oh. And then that's kind of like the end of the conversation, because they don't really know what to say. And I don't really know what to say, because it does feel outrageous. It feels insane. It feels insane. But it's been a lot of work and a lot of sacrifice. I think year 4 is about sacrificing less, concentrating on quality, and finding more of that balance and losing a bit of weight. The first video you will see on this channel in 2024 is the beginning of the South America and Antarctica series. I can't wait for you to see that. Okay, see you.